Hello students, hope you all are fine. Welcome to the English Academy, and today we are going to learn about present indefinite tenses. Before moving towards explaining you the particular present indefinite tense, I want to make you understand what the tense is. Tense is actually the time in which an action has been performed. And if we talk about present indefinite tenses, so the present indefinite tense, first of all, it is also known as simple present tense. And if we talk about the uses of this tense, so this tense is used to describe actions that happen on regular basis or repeatedly. As you can see over here in definition as well, it is very simple and easy one that simple present tense or present indefinite tenses are used to describe those actions that we perform in our daily routine. They are the repeated actions, they are general truths and are regular happenings. Now we have to see that how we can construct the sentences using simple present tense. But before it, I want to give you some examples. As I told you before, that these tenses are used to tell our daily happenings or repeated actions. For example, I write, they sleep, we learn, you work. These type of happenings comes under simple present tense. Now we are moving forwards towards the construction of the sentences using simple present tense. Students, we are having three types of sentences, or you can say the sentences can be formed in three types. The first one is affirmative, second negative, and third one is interrogative. So here I have given the structures which will help you ahead to construct the sentences. First, we have to see affirmative sentences. For constructing the affirmative sentences using simple present tense, first of all, we need to have a subject. Now, the question is, what is subject? Subject is the one who performs an action like I, you, we, they, and any singular or plural nouns, they all are subject. Whoever is performing this action is called subject. After subject, we need to use first form of verb, right? The first form of verb is also called the base form of verb. Along with s or es, in the last we need an object. An object is something on which an action has been performed. So this is the very simple structure of simple present tense affirmative sentences. Let us see the examples. Number one, she cooks the food. Number two, they complete the work. Now heading towards negative sentences. Negatives are the ones in which we deny something, and for that purpose we have two helping verbs over here, do and does. Do not, does not. Again, structure is starting from the subject, then we need to add the helping verb along with not, and the helping verbs are do and does. Then we need to use first form of verb and in the last object. But if you notice or observe one thing, that in this structure we did not use s or es. What is the reason behind it? The reason is this, that we are already using does over here, that is containing already s. So there is no need to add an extra s over here. Or simple is that whenever we need, whenever we change simple present into negative, we just simply remove s and es from the main form of, from the main verb of the sentence, right? In affirmative sentences, we construct two examples. Number one, she cooks the food. Number two, they complete the work. Now we're gonna change them into negative. In negative, she cooks the food will be changed into she does not cook the food. And they complete the work will be is changed into they do not complete the work. Now we are left with the last form of simple present tense, that is interrogative sentences. Interrogative sentences are actually question sentences in which we ask any question. So what is its structure? The structure is, what we need to do is to shift the helping verb first, then subject, then first form of verb, then object, and in the last we need to add a question mark. As you can see that in this slide we change the sentences into negative. She does not cook the food, they do not complete the work. So simple is that we need to shift the helping verb first, then subject, then main verb, and in the last object. And obviously it is a question, so we are not going to use not over here. Most of the students make this mistake when they change the sentences into interrogative ones. They do add not, which is totally incorrect. So, what is the interrogative of she cooks the food? Does she cook the food? And what is the interrogative of they complete the work? Do they complete the work? I hope that all the three forms, affirmative, negative, and interrogatives, are clear to you. Also, I want to make you one thing clear, that affirmative sentences are also called positive or statement sentences, right? Students, one more thing before ending the video, which I want to make you understand regarding simple present tense. As if you remember in the starting of the lecture, I told you that there are two helping verbs, do and does. But sometimes students get confused at where to use do and where to use does. So right here I have made this slide for you, which will surely gonna help you to use do and does correctly. If I talk about using do, so with first person singular I and plural we use do. Like I do not, we do not. Then with second person singular and plural you, we use do again, you do not. And with third person plural they, and with plural nouns, we use do. They do not complete the work, as we have seen in our examples as well. And with any plural nouns like John and Raza do not go to the school. Now it comes does. With third person singular he, she, it, we use does. She does not, he does not, it does not. And with any singular noun we use does. Just for example, John does not, Ali does not, Raja does not. So this was the whole scenario about using do and does, and it is all from today's lecture. I will recommend you to have your rough copies or anything to write. Just write down the structures, take help of them, and construct sentences and then convert them. Actually construct affirmative sentences, then convert them into negative and interrogative, and it will be very helpful for you to constructing the sentences correctly using simple present tense. I hope that today's topic is clear to you all, and if you have any question, any query regarding this particular tense, you can ask me in comment section.